Education is in crisis. The global pandemic has exacerbated mental health issues like anxiety, stress, and depression among our children and teenagers. A 2020 study of just over 3,500 children and teenagers here in the UK showed that 1 in 6 children between the ages of 5 and 16 years of age are suffering from some mental health issue. Research globally shows a consistent, strong link between depression and suicide. Our current model of education, with its heavy emphasis on standardised testing, is contributing to the mental health crisis facing children today. But this is part of a larger systemic problem. An obsession with league tables and metrics has seen the performance framework become standardised and centralised. It's as if we've forgotten what's the whole purpose of school in the first place, and about the real legacy we're leaving our children and grandchildren, about what it means to be a human being. Coming out of lockdown globally, it's clear, listening to parents and teachers, that we must prioritise well-being both in and out of the classroom. We are perpetuating a worldview that is fundamentally flawed, a one-size-fits-all model of education, as if every child was exactly the same as another. But ask any parent of more than one child. No two children are the same. How can we empower our teachers to inspire and retain the natural curiosity and love of learning all children are born with, and to allow the innate gifts of each individual child to blossom and flourish?
When we think in our country, when we say slavery in our country, people automatically think of what we now know is called chattel slavery. That was one form of a system, but sadly, human beings have been, enslaving each other since the beginning of time, right? Which is interesting to look at that system.
In schools where they're using textbooks, there's maybe a paragraph, or maybe a page, or maybe, if you're lucky, a chapter on slavery, and I know that it's not taught systemically.
Because it used to be legal and stuff, but then now it's illegal, but it's still happening.
Oh my gosh, great point. So a system can continue even if it's made illegal.
I love it when kids make connections that you have not thought of yourself.
We are in a moment of extraordinary change. As our climate collapses around us, how many more species must die before we wake up to the fundamental truth that we are each connected, you, me, and the planet? We need each other to thrive. We have an important window right now to reimagine education and place the developmental needs of our children first. But what are the capacities we need as parents and educators to meet the evolutionary edge of these changing times and shift the learning paradigm into one that actually mobilises real change? Where's the spirit of collaboration, creativity, and community that's so vital to drive the innovation needed for healthy society to thrive? What skills and capacity building will we and our children need if we are all to safely navigate across the stormy waters of the 21st century?
We live in a mosaic of cultures, and that's wonderful. We must not bring about homogeneity. And that's one result of our research that we've been doing over the last 5 or 6 years. And it's the one solid conclusion: there is no recipe for creativity. There is no recipe for social emotional education. It has to come from inside, from the person, from the locality, from the school. And so I think every country, every form is different, and we should explore them, enjoy them, learn to work with them, but not try and turn them into one formula which makes us all the same.
As the mother of an 18-year-old son and a 14-year-old daughter, I know firsthand the challenges of raising confident, happy young people full of hope for the future. Having engaged in thousands of hours of conversations with parents and educators over the last 2 decades, from India to the UK and all across the globe, one thing is consistently clear. We just want our children to be happy and to grow up as meaningful contributors for the good of society. Like many of you, I dream of a world where flourishing, thriving and wholeness are placed at the heart of all we do, a world based on equity, reciprocity and the healthy thriving of both individuals and communities. Which is why we're inviting you to join us at Festival of the Child, a global online education summit and an immersive experiential adventure. This is for those of you who hear the clarion call to reimagine education from the grassroots up in your own hearts, and for those of you who are willing to courageously step into the unknown fire of these difficult and intense times. Over the course of a few days, we'll be engaging in powerful and transformative conversations with parents, teachers and each other as we learn by doing, exploring some of the many ways we can shift culture, raise consciousness and co-create a world that works for the many, not just a few. It is an invitation to you to connect deeply in a time of isolation, listen to gems of wisdom, experience light bulb moments and have meaningful conversations with others sharing similar values.
There's a delicate balance over what follows fashion, as peer pressure unravels an adolescent pattern. You and your friends all like to ride bikes, and we did too. You sport the latest hairstyles that you like, and we did too. We know that all teenage boys are gonna fight, and we did too. And you think you were the first to carry a knife? Well, back in the day, we did too. This is where the problem lies. But this is the question that plagues younger minds. It's all too easy for older generations to confer and surmise that the violence of today never occurred in their times, but things have changed.
At a time when childhood and parenting are under increasing and intensifying threat, Festival of the Child is a bridge to a new world of hope and possibility that we can create together as we build a powerful circle of protection around all our children. Through the strength of our vision, the depths of our love, and our ability to unite and take inspired action as a community, we are creating a new narrative for our children's future. Join us as we dream a brighter future awake and heal the village it takes to raise our children. My name is Priya Matani. I'm the creator and producer of Festival of the Child, and it is my deep honour and privilege to welcome you here. To sign up, simply click register now below and we'll send you all the details direct to your inbox. Thank you so much for joining us.